Hello everybody, my name is Genesis Page, and today we'll be looking at LEGO set 7103 Jedi Duel. The set contains two minifigures, as you can see right here, and it was released in 2002. It has, it costs, back then it cost €10, and I got mine for about the same. I got mine second hand, and mine was not including the lightsaber pieces. I was lucky that I had one of at the same convention. I found one of his lightsabers, but I don't have one of the cool chrome silver hilts for Yoda, which I still do want. But about as many figures, let's just get into those first. And the minifigures are the Grandmaster variant of Yoda and the Count Dooku. Let's start with Yoda and then go on to Count Dooku. As I already said, the Yoda's lightsaber isn't the right one, but still, I do love the glow in my lighting right now, and that's really beautiful. But next to that, so let's just take the lightsaber out of it. The color is right of the blade, but not the hilt, sadly. But for Yoda, he uses the old sand green coloring for his head. They also use that in his Clone Wars variant, but not in his, well, normal variant, in Muppets variant from the original movies. But it's like a rubber-ish plastic. It isn't fully rubber, so it is pretty hard, but you can still flap the ears a bit. So also articulation, regular articulation for a short figure. And you see mine has like a chipped or some nasty marks going on his leg. And although I do have a piece to, well, fix that, I did it, I kept it this way just to show this is probably the quality you'll get second hand. But still, pretty nice figure. Even some great torso printing, especially for that time. I am really happy that I changed out the head later years. But that's Yoda. Let's go on to Darth Tyrannos or Count Dooku. So for Count Dooku, he first of all has this cape, and also it's the original cape, so it is really it's an iffy quality, but it is pretty cool to see the original cape being here. And this hilt, it's an amazing hilt. Just the silver coloring. I'm quite lucky that I have the great version of a blade to put in here. And let's just get a look at the silver hilt. It's a really cool one. And as you can see, it's like chrome plating on like a regular gray part. But that doesn't really affect me that much. But it is a really cool lightsaber. Even to get the curved version, probably right now LEGO would just decrease their quality and just release it as a straight one. But since they've already released it in the curved one, I'm hoping that they will keep on making it the same chrome version. And for his torso printing, nothing much, but also he doesn't need anything. Just like the back, he doesn't need anything because you will probably always display him with cape. Also, in his time, still the yellow hats, and you can see his wrinkles, but it still looks pretty cool. And apparently, it's an expensive minifigure, so I'm quite lucky to have gotten mine for so cheap. So let's just get into the builds. Yeah, right here. So then pick them up. First of all, you have the speeder bike, and it's in a sand blue coloring. And first of all, you notice that I'm missing one of these shields. I just can't figure out where my second one is. I know I got mine complete, or at least the set part of it complete, but I just don't know where it is. So that's why you'll see me having it just one. Also, pretty nice print on the pieces there. And it's a pretty simple speeder. You have a place for his lightsaber. I'm not gonna do it right now, but you get the idea. And Count Dooku can just sit right here on the seat. If it works with me. And I'm already really glad. You need to get this cape out of the way. I'm already really glad to see that they steering is in the way. That's the problem. That they two studs on the back for his the back part of the legs and just a tile for the front, which is pretty great because then his legs won't be stuck. But pretty simple speeder. Let's go on to the next one, to the build. And this is the piece which Count Dooku like knocks off to distract Yoda, kind of, to make him escape. And it's a pretty nice piece. If you move this part up, you see it's already falling. You see that it falls off, which is a pretty neat function. Although I do like displaying it a bit taller, but this does mean that if you want to use the function, you will need to have it put off, and then it looks more like the thing it's supposed to represent. Not really that much of an interesting build, but still know that it is included. And it makes for a pretty good background piece for my final thoughts. So, as for my final thoughts, first of all, do I recommend it? Yes, most definitely. If you can find it for, I would say even 20, maybe even 25 euros, or whatever currency you have, then I would say it's a pretty cool set. If you don't have a Count Dooku, it's a pretty amazing set to have. If you already have one, then it's just like a nice thing to get. But apparently, these minifigures are pretty expensive, especially for what they actually are. So take that in consideration with you. Comparing it to the newer version of the set, there is one in, like, I believe 2014, and it's a pretty big set. Also, it's really expensive right now, and I had a chance to buy it once, but kinda had, but didn't, and I still regret not buying it. So that's something you will. Nah, that other one is also a great set. But just to get these figures, this is amazing, and I still love the glow. I do have a speed build in the description down below, and check it out if you would like seeing it. And also check out my other speed builds of other sets and other reviews. And leave a comment down below which set you want me to do next. And I would like to see you in the next video. Goodbye.